I cannot even tell you how cold it is. But why are you crossing? Well, yeah, well, you can't cut a corner and then, bad driving. I can't even tell you how cold it is, guys. My goodness, we're on like the midst of a Cape Town storm. And it is, okay, this is 11. Okay, but it feels, I don't know, there's snow everywhere. It doesn't feel like I had to put gloves on. That's why, guys, I had to keep this jacket on. It might make sounds, but I'm so cold that it just, I'm sorry. Too bad. Too bad. I'm going to kick this off with insurance because it seems to be quite topical at the moment. I popped all my details in to Hippo's comparative tool, and the base quote I got was 998 Rand with an excess of like 9,800, 9,500 Rand. So yeah, that's what I got for this. So let me know what you're getting or what you're paying. So this is the Hilux GR-S 3, okay, or third generation. Now, it is not the most expensive Hilux, but it is the sort of halo model. Now, if you consider that Hilux is in its like 8th generation, you've got like now some very strong rivals, and also some sort of like out of left field kind of rivals as well. Like the Chinese brands have come in and taken some market share away from everybody in the bucket space, the bucky space. However, Hilux remains obviously the bestseller because it's tried, tested, and really fantastic. So this is wider, and even actually higher. I think by like 30 millimeters it's wider and higher by like 20, but it's got like this wider stance to it, and it just looks so cool. I like love it because it's so imposing. It's got like large over fenders, a big bumper, that black grille with like Toyota written across it. It's got the GR logos everywhere, but it's the wide stance that like really just makes it stand out from the crowd, whether it's amongst its rivals and or amongst its own siblings, Hilux siblings, you know. I get why, like I have just done a review, I think, on the BMW X2 where I'm like, I don't know why people pay more for like kit and stuff. But like, with this, it's just down to taste and preference and what you love and what you think looks great. This has more than all of that, obviously, but from a look point of view, I would want to pay more because it just looks great. It's also got some like silver bits and bobs around it, which I forgot to mention, and the lateral distance between the wheels at the front and the rear has increased, which really adds to the overall driving experience. And I think, ask anybody, if you drive like sort of a standard Hilux and we've been previous years to this, you can feel the difference, especially off-road. It just overall feels quite a lot more solid and a lot more like fuss, like put. I need to learn some better motoring jargon, I realise. Guys, I wish I could show you the C. I might just, hey, okay, cool, traffic cop who's driving 10 k's an hour with no care in the world that there are people behind him. Anyways, I'll talk about the C. It's hectic. So what are the rules? Can you hoot at a traffic cop? Well, I'm gonna. Oh no, we're just looking at the C. No, I know it's rough, but now you've also got to be aware of what's going on around you. Inside is quite tame. I'd say it's not as sort of rough and rugged as the outside will have you believe. So, okay, so now we're just pulling over on a blind corner. You draw. Oh, okay. That's okay. I don't want to be arrested. It's fine. You do you. Anyway, so it has got some cool little like add-ons, right, to make it GR-S-ish. So GR logos everywhere. You've got suede and leather seats with very cool silver stitching and perforation. And actually the suede is not just for look, but it's actually meant to keep you in place for when you like, you know, hitting those crazy off-roading stints. I love it because I hate leather seats, but I don't mind suede so much because you're not like freezing in winter and like dying of heat in summer, like burning your backside. Oh, do you know what my favorite feature is? My favorite thing is probably the red seat belts. I love it so much. I think they look so cool. It's also got this hydrographic ornament, whatnot, or whatever, on the doors and the dashboard. That kind of thing doesn't kind of, I don't know, it doesn't get my attention, but cool. Overall feels good. The infotainment system is, you know, typical Hilux, so would love it to be a little bit updated now, but it kind of has all you need in it, I guess. It also has a JBL sound system with 9 speakers in here. There's also been a reduction in the noise vibration and like harshness, whatever, in the cabin. You can feel it. Like as I'm driving, like, to be fair, I'm on a smooth road, but it is really quite refined and quiet. The engine specifically is certainly not as loud as many of its rivals. So this is the 2.8 litre. It's got 165 kilowatts of power and 550 newton meters of torque, just up from the standard sort of 2.8 litre GD6 engine. And as I say, like, it really just feels quite refined. It's got, as obviously, it's got enough oomph for all sorts of, if you need to overtake, if you need a tow, etc. We spent a lot of time on the road at the launch for this. Like, we did go off-roading and stuff, but we did drive like most of the sort of, like, I would say the Garden route. And it was really comfortable and really quiet, which you need from a bakkie these days. And if you don't have that, you're kind of lagging behind. People want to be comfortable when they go away. And even if they're going 4x4, and before you get to 4x4ing, you're probably going to have to be on the road. But talking about off-roading, it really is just, like I said, this is like, it's got 17-inch wheels, perfect for off-roading. We took it on sand dunes, and it was like, it was a doddle. There were no issues. I think one person got stuck, and that was because of their own driving, not because of the car. But it was just really easy. It's really easy to put this into its modes. Do you know what I mean? If you want to go to sort of like 4 low or 4 high or anything, it's just like quick and easy. Overall, I just think Hilux remains one of the most capable off-roading bakkies on the market. This is exclusively mated to a 6-speed auto, and what is impressive is the fuel consumption. So you could probably sit between 9 and 10 litres per 100k. It's closer to the 10, but that's still really impressive for a bakkie, and certainly one like this, especially with, like, now it's got like the extra, like that wider body and whatever. So I was really impressed by that fuel consumption, and it's something to consider always. So price-wise, it comes in like bang on almost just $1 million. And it sort of competes, obviously, like, because it's very much focused on off-road, you're looking at like rivals, almost like the Ford Ranger Tremor, maybe even like one of the Wild Tracks. But the question is, do you pay the extra money for off-road, more sort of off-road capability, a little bit more powerful engine? Like, there are extra tweaks to this than just some of the novelty, sporty versions of standard models that I talk about on other videos, other segments. This kind of warrants the extra pricing for me, but you need to question your own needs. Like, do you need to do more off-roading? You know, do you need to have the extra bit of power? If your standard Hilux is fulfilling all those needs, then it's just going to come down to like a heart purchase, not a mind one. And let's be fair, most car buying is based on that. So I love this. I think it looks super flippin' cool. And if I was going to drive a Hilux or a bakkie, it would be one of my picks. It would certainly go into my top of my list. But here's the thing, guys. We know that I'm not going to be buying a bakkie ever. I'm not. You can never say never, but I'm just not into them for everyday driving and everyday and stuff, and even leisure. No, not it.